94 mass, great match. Lecce is not a big test, but still, we didn't give them anything. Chemistry is slowly showing up. Great work by Max so far. Let's hope Sunday will be the same. I hope so. Great analysis. Thank you. 94 mass. It was an excellent game. The timing must improve in the chances to goal because we again had a lot of crossbars and could have been leading 3-0 after only 20 minutes. On the other hand, other than that, we look great. Almo Giovanov, thank you so much for the comment. I appreciate it. It is very true. I think it was an excellent game, full in control. But yes, he's right. We need to, in my opinion, finalize a little bit more the goals, because in the first 6 minutes, Santi Gimenez had 3 chances to score a goal and nothing entered. Only when minutes 20 we were able finally to score a goal. So with that, and remember this, guys, when we played against Napoli and Juventus, you're not gonna get 24 shots on the target. Okay, I can feel it. We're not gonna have 24 shots in the target against Napoli or against Juventus. You're gonna have maybe 10, maybe if you play a great match. So out of those 10, you're gonna have probably a couple of great ones, and the striker should score, or at least, Nkunku, Rabiot, that the players that yesterday they hit a crossbar. What we got that team this year, Mr. Wolf said, and a coach who knows something about Serie A. That's the differences. Let's see what Rafa bring now to this team. Still, and Radu Masteata says, still have to teach Fofana those shots on target. Absolutely agree, because definitely Fofana, we saw him even yesterday trying to score, but still have to adjust a little bit more. Mr. Wolf definitely hit one of the main points that we can all agree that this year we have a coach. This year you can see that the level, the bar, the professionalism of our player is just on point, and I think the whole environment is feeling something. Again, this is just the first few matches, but se il buongiorno si vede dal mattino, what we say in Italian, if the translated means, if you see a good day, you've seen it from the morning. If it's gonna be a good day, you've seen it right in the morning, and this is the morning of the campionato, so hopefully. Martino Puccio, grazie mille, amazing thumbnail, of course, in honor of the legendary Nkunku that scored his first goal, and what a goal actually for Christopher. Wow, that's a way to present yourself in San Siro. Well done, I like it. But remember that even Santi Gimenez, no, Joao Felix did the same last year, so wait, con calma. I see the comments with a balloon. I get it, I love it too, don't worry, that celebration, it's so cool. It can turn out really bad if things don't go in a good way, then go south. That could be a troll for Milan, so I don't know. My latest video also I talk about Ricci, because I criticize a little bit Ricci, trying to let understand why actually Allegri preferred to play Fofana to Ricci, okay? But here we have actually a great analysis, I have to say, about Kalu 102, I have to say, it's a great analysis about Ricci. You're right about the foul, because Ricci got a yellow card with a very stupid foul. So I was saying that could be easily avoided. Instead, he said it was unnecessary, but I think his performance need to be viewed from a tactical perspective. Nobody is serious advocating for substitution Ricci for Modric, but Ricci for Fofana. As a mezzala, Ricci has shown a recent game that he can play offensively and both pass and shot. As a mediano, I think Ricci interprets the role of mediano differently than Modric. Like he played at Torino, Ricci is much more defensive and play more as a supportive role in distributing the ball than Modric, who is a clear conductor, demanding every ball and also getting every ball and trust of his teammates. It's of course difficult for him as Modric replacement to exude the same authority on the pitch. Compared to Fofana, he is, in my opinion, still a better alternative, and both as a mediano than a mezzala. I think only time will tell. Just remember that Ricci, it is what, 21, 22 years old, so he's extremely young. And right now, in my opinion, the only two players that they are impossible to remove in a midfield, they are called Luka Modric and Adrian Rabiot. No, I don't think anybody can say anything different right now. For Ricci, I think he's gonna need time, but once again, I believe in Allegri, because as long as the results are this, you have expected goal of 0.17 yesterday against Lecce, you got a 0.34 against Udinese, you got a 0.40, I guess, against Bologna. Why criticize it? Just enjoying it, right? Early days in the season, as Giuliano mentioned, but I like what I see, especially with our midfield. Looking forward the game with Napoli, where hopefully we can continue our form and win on a Sunday. Legendary intro, man, I can't wait for Sunday. I don't want to get ahead of myself, but I really do feel good for this match. Forza Milan. Then we don't just win, we dominate the game. Camarda saw Mike only on the locker room. I'm afraid to get excited. Then you are freaking right. That is exactly what we in this community, we are afraid to get excited. But I'm happy to see 4 games, 4 clean sheets. Sunday against Napoli will be a real test. Everyone is ready. Everyone is like, Sunday, it's gonna be the game to understand, as I wrote on my post yesterday, mentally, physically, we are ready. Now we need to understand how far behind we are from the champions of Italy against Juve, and then also remember that as soon as we come back from the international break, right away Milan Fiorentina. So we have 3 matches. The next 3 matches, they are very big, very, very, very big. And we're gonna understand what's gonna be our future. We're gonna understand what is gonna be our how far we are from the teams that they play in Champions League. I think that's our goal in these next 3 matches. Yannick said that we did a great job. Allegri is working to make this Milan a team hard to defeat. Players like Tomori, Pavlovic working harder, and our new midfield, who is boss of the whole 90 minutes. Now, hopefully, Santi is on the move to find the net more often. We see the team grow. Where this will bring us? Where this will bring the Rossoneri? Will the curva still be silenced? Because I'm traveling every 2 weeks to San Siro to sit there in a total shutted mouth. For sempre, Forza Milan. I will see what's gonna happen with the curva, guys. We will see. So far, there is nothing going on in between the 2 parts. So I'm afraid that it's gonna stay like this for a while, unfortunately. Will be interesting and sad on the same time to see the derby. Oh my god. 2000, my 10 years old daughter with her feet tied up could have scored that Santi Gimenez goal. He's terrible, missing 2 goals. He has to be fed the ball in his mouth to score, and that can't work at the highest level of football. He needs to drink some Lecce and back to Feyenoord. Drink? Okay. Pulisic as a 10 as always, and Nkunku our starter up front. I have to say that Santi Gimenez, we'll still give him trust. Finally he scored a goal, but you can see the difference when Pulisic and Nkunku, they have this similar occasions. Definitely Pulisic, cannot even compare to Santiago Gimenez right now, unfortunately. Pulisic, it's just, right now he's on fire. Right now it doesn't matter, he's starter. He comes in, subs in. it doesn't really matter. Puli is there and he's ready to kill. And I understand that there's got a lot of fans that are blind because of Pulisic. They always want to see Pulisic, and I get it. But at the end of the day, this is a sport. It's a team sport, and the coach is the leader. And if he knows that Pulisic can kill the match in 10-15 minutes, because that's what yesterday he did, and against Lecce previously in the match in Campionato he did the same. It's good for his stats, it's good for the player, it's good for everyone, so why not? Zilla, Ricci needs to focus on what his job is. Well, Ricci needs to focus on his job. He needs to focus, otherwise we are sitting with another Bertolacci, Saponara and Valotti. He needs to keep his heads up. He can't be all over the place. He did it in his last game with Azzurri as well, always finding himself on the left instead of the center of the park. True. He needs direction. That's why Fofana is much more structured, in my opinion, than Ricci. That's what I believe. I think what is happening with Ricci and Fofana, this actually make me think that this is why Fofana is better at the moment for Ricci, because the structure of Milan right now, it is based on a player like Fofana, not like Ricci. Needs to apologize to Santiago Gimenez. He has everything a world-class striker needs. Here we go. The community. Jack Barrows, he's average at best. Stop the hype on one goal. Guys, I know what you mean. I know what you mean. I think you need to score to be a world-class striker. You know what I mean, John? Yeah, I have to put like to these comments, because oh my, to be a world-class striker, you need to score first. So let's give him time. It's all on Modric. For those 2 games, he's the only one that can control games. And 94 must say, Modric didn't even play last night, and we still managed to not give anything to Lecce. Rabiot is showing dominance in the midfield easily. He will play lots of minutes this season for us. It's clearly now why Max put him as a starter as soon as he came from Marseille. Absolutely agree, Peter. There are all different reactions, but we are on the same level. Like, nobody is overhyped. Everyone is with the feet on the ground, and everyone is understanding that the real test starts next Sunday against Napoli and against Juventus. So we will see what's going to happen there. Finger crossed, we're going to enjoy, we're going to have a great match. Rafa Leao, it is back. And let me tell you, I'd rather have Rafa Leao 100% for the last 10 minutes when the defense is tired. Because when Rafa enters as a sub-scene, he can destroy things. So we will see what's gonna happen. Sempre Forza Milan. Let me know what you think of this video. Ciao.